So the first most reasonable question we should be asking here is why databases? Why, if we have things like Excel? And Excel, I think most of us have had the experience in business. Excel really is how day-to-day operations. Excel really is how we communicate from one department to another, from one individual to a group of individuals. We rely on Excel pretty heavily in business to get the communication of data across to people. Now, one of the things we're going to address in this class is the difference between data and information. Data is just transactional. Data is, how much do I spend when I go to Costco? What time do I go there? What gas pump did I go to? How much was the gas? All of those are transactional bits of data. And in and of themselves, they don't mean anything. But information is a little bit different. It's a collection of data that hopefully we can string together so that it gives us an idea of a pattern and it helps us make a decision. So, one transaction at Costco does not a pattern make. It is simply data. But if we take multiple transactions over multiple, different individuals, we start to get more information about things. We start to know, what fuel station pumps are the most busy, what hours are the most busy, what customers are the most likely to spend money at the gas pump. I just got back from going to get gas at Costco, hence the example. So that's really what we rely on a database to do. An Excel spreadsheet is a momentary snapshot of data, but in and of itself, it doesn't really allow us to make larger decisions about things because data in and of itself is imperfect. If we have an Excel spreadsheet, let's say, for example, and we have an Excel spreadsheet of the computer science program here at Rock Valley College, that represents a snapshot of whenever it was that the Excel spreadsheet was put together. Now, what happens if something was to change? If CIS130 goes from a 2-credit class to a 3-credit class, that could very possibly have this cascading effect on the data. Now we have to do a lot of updating for a lot of fields across potentially a lot of disjointed Excel spreadsheets. And that one small change, changing CIS230 from a 2 to a 3-credit course, boom, destroys the usability of, an untold number of Excel spreadsheets. That is really the reason we rely on a database. A database exists solely to be a place where data is gathered. Everything else is gravy. So a database just houses data. What we do with it from there, those other two most important things we talked about in the previous video, we have queries, which allow us to ask questions of our data, and reports, which allow us to ask questions of our data and put it together in a way that we can distribute it to other people that helps us make decisions. So it takes data and it turns it into information. That's the reason we have databases. That's the reason you want to take databases. That's the reason that this class is going to be of value to you in your career, if not immediately, then certainly and on balance over the long haul, is that your ability to look at a collection of data and go, this is imperfect. Your ability to take that and to ask questions of it. That ability to ask questions and get information, patterns out of that useless pool otherwise of data. Those are going to be the tricks that you will use in your career, and I believe, honestly, to great effect. So that's why we are really focusing on entering data, querying that data, and generating reports from the data, because that is the flow that you will use to make decisions for your company, to make decisions for yourself, and that is going to be of tremendous value to you wherever your career happens to take you.